Hey there.
Welcome. All right. So we
Hey,
got to turn
guys.
down the volume
yeah.
on the phones.
Welcome, guys.
There we go.
All right, that was yours. All
That
right.
was mine. I do that all the time, don't I?
So, welcome
Yeah. Welcome to Out There.
out there. This is Papa Joey,
And, of course, Uncle Tim.
Uncle Tim, and we are excited to start this new podcast. And we've got a lot of stuff to go over before we get started.
Yeah. So you're our guinea pigs tonight as we experiment with getting this thing going. So, don't really have a planned out show.
No, this
so
is
it should
all.
be a lot
This is all
funner
just
because, yeah.
ad lib tonight. So what we want to do is we want to invite you to go ahead and send us your chats, ask us questions, let us know what you guys might. We'll get into like more of what the content and everything, but we're really happy about this. We're excited about this. A lot of people have been waiting and waiting and waiting. It's been a year and a half, 2 years. How long has it been?
Good golly.
It's been a while.
It has.
So we've done podcasts before, like The Truth About Beer and Suds and Han.
Yes. They were all part of the Truth About Beer, but we did have Parapalooza.
Parapalooza, yeah. I told a
was a
few
lot of
people
fun.
about that.
Yeah, and we met a lot of people when we did Parapalooza.
Yeah, we did. So,
That still hang out with us today.
but this one's going to be the best. And next show, we'll have more production, more animation, more. This is just an introduction to who we are and what we're going to talk about, and just getting familiar with our audiences again, and give everybody back on. We have a lot of followers, so we're reaching out to them and say, "Hey, come on back. We're here again." So
Yeah, so in fact,
welcome.
it is so not ready or unprepared. No, that's not the word I want. This isn't even the channel we're going to be doing the show from.
No,
This is my personal channel, my Papa Joy's Adventure, which is
this is to introduce the show.
Yeah.
So we will have a Facebook page, a YouTube page, and called Out There, and we will give you guys some links.
out there in Texas or not?
Well, no, that's just our email.
Email. Okay, so it's just out there.
Out There on Facebook, it's Out There, and we will. If you want to check back into Papa Joy's Adventures, you can get the links, or stay tuned. We'll send you. We will send you the links. If you look up, keep up with us on Facebook and Out There. It's brand new, so keep checking in with it this week, and we'll start posting a lot more information.
You're right.
I am.
We will. And you know what?
So on the last show we did, The Truth About Beer, what we did is every time we started an episode, we featured a new beer, and we had a guru, Mike.
No, Jeff. That was my nephew.
Jeff. We had Jeff. We had his nephew. He was a beer guru, and he knows everything about beer and all the PRBs and 689s on it and stuff like that. And so he would dissect and tell us where the beer was from, who brewed it, where it came from, and everything. So we're not going to do that this time, but we are going to have beer.
But we will drink beer, yes.
Yeah.
And to clarify everything, The Truth About Beer is still a live channel, still out there. And
Please check it out.
We've kind of taken it in a different direction, more middle ground for both Keith and I, which we're both musicians, and so we're.
And it's awesome. If you want to learn about beer, if you want to see a really good podcast, check out Truth About Beer. But we're not going to do the beer thing here. That's what I was going to do.
We're going to
So I thought, well, we're still going to drink beer, right? And so Joey said, "Oh yeah." So I thought I'd pick up a little something for the show tonight,
and he wasn't lying.
and we got a little something. That's really funny. This is Lagunitas. Yeah, it's something L, and that'll be our featured beer for tonight, just to hang out and have beer. To drink. You guys, please drink with us. Let us know what you're drinking.
unless you're doing a dry January, which a lot of people do.
Really?
Yeah. Take a break from the holidays and
Ah,
not drink for the month of January.
I think that's over since COVID screwed everything up.
Most of the household that I'm
Oh,
with
they are?
is
Bless their
is-
hearts.
is doing it. So
Bless their hearts.
yeah.
We'll say a prayer for them. So, Joey, go ahead and tell them about how we got started and what we started doing and how this progressed.
Oh man, I mean that goes back to, of course, the truth about beer when we had Tim on as a guest to talk about his experience on flight
64.
564, and that was episode 10.
101.1.001.1.
Yeah, episode 101, which is very awesome.
There's some binary code in there somewhere.
And anyway, we just really enjoyed our time with Tim and kind of comparing notes. We all realized that we're really into the paranormal all around.
Yeah.
We like to do the investigations and all that fun stuff. And so
I was basically paranormal and UFO and like that. But then when I discovered these guys, they were more, well, they were not more. They're just, we got into ghost hunting and then we started doing investigations and it just blew up and we had such a good time. We had so many investigations we did. Next time we'll add links where you can go back and watch some of the stuff like that, like my UFO encounter and some of our investigations up in Oracle and Globe, and we've gone to jails, we've gone to like hospitals, we've gone to antique stores, we've gone to cemeteries.
Graveyards, yes.
Yeah. And they're really exciting. So we're going to start doing that again. And then as we get this going along and start doing more investigations, we will come back and talk about the investigations that we're about to do. So if you guys have any ideas, especially the local people here in Texas, if you have recommendations or graveyards or anything like that, please, hit us up and let us know about it, and we may go check those out. We need another antique store.
there's a really cool one that's at the border from New Mexico to Texas, just right inside Texas. That, of course, it's quite a drive from here.
Well, that's also
from North
kinda,
Texas, but
it's kind of dangerous right now too.
Oh
isn't it?
yeah. But anyway, that's a cool one.
All right,
But I'm sure there's
we'll
some
put it on
here
our list.
in North Texas that are a lot easier to get to. I'm sure. So
You're going to have to read the.
well, I'm reading them on my
comments.
phone because I can see them here better. Go Tim Go.
Oh, good. All right.
That's from Renee.
Hi, Renee. How are you? All right. So let me get a shout out to Restore. All right. This is my wife. My wife works at a business, Restore, and these are all fabulous nurses and estheticians. Is that what they're called? So I got a facial today, and I got red light therapy, and I got IV injections, and they do compressions, and they do cryo, where they go in the freeze chamber. And I want to thank Renee and Gina and hold on.
Can you read the comment up there?
No, I can't.
Oh,
Shane just cracked a little something.
yeah.
I got whiskey. Hey, yeah, Shane. Thank you, Shane. Shane took me out last week for the first time that I've been here and kind of like took me to the dive bar and played some pool. And
Nice.
yeah, that was a good time, man. Can't wait to do that again. And then help me. The girl that did my,
I wasn't there.
I know. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me. Somebody help me.
Remember, you have a brain injury.
Yeah, I know. But she spent all day doing a cryotherapy and a hydrotherapy, and she just made my face wonderful. Sorry. This is what you get. So Anyway, shout out to Restore and all the people there. And
Would it be Caitlin?
Caitlin, thank you. Caitlin, I'm so sorry. Caitlin, thank you so much for the wonderful facial today and the red light thing. And it was awesome. She pulled like all the stuff out of my face, and it was all nasty.
Sound awesome.
It was awesome, man. It's intense. It's really intense. And you got to check it out. If you want more information, contact us or leave a question, and we'll set you up with a Restore, because that stuff is really, really nice. You go into this cryo chamber for 3 minutes and get frozen.
Oh, wait. That's the wrong button. I meant to do this one. Say that again.
You get in this cryo chamber and get frozen. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would go. If you're going to get frozen.
Then you get the IV drips, and you get the B complexes in your butt, and you get the compressions.
That's another one.
Yeah, right. So anyway, shout out to those girls that made me look good today. And if you have any questions, thank you. And let me know if you want more information about Restore, and we will hook you up, because it'll rock your world.
You got to get me hooked up, man.
Yeah, man.
You mean?
Well, let's do that. So the grand opening is in a week or 2 weeks. It's coming up. Go to the Restore Wellness in Richardson, Texas, and check it out. They're having the whole city out there. I guess the fire department's coming out, or we're having like a big opening day, and there's a lot of free stuff. So you guys come check it out. And
26th through the 29th.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So come out there, and we'll meet up with you and have a good time and get frozen together.
I cut that one short.
Yeah, that's all right.
There we go.
So anyway, also what we're going to do is we're starting a new website. Did I tell them that? The new Facebook?
Well, you can say it again.
We're starting a new Facebook
more
out there.
People have joined us since we started. So,
and we're going to have a new YouTube channel called Out There. And we're going to have a new email that you can send us, pictures and stuff like that we can show. And we'd like to eventually get a call-in number and a Zoom option, so we will have guests on and have them.
No, we don't need a Zoom option. We've got StreamYard.
Yeah, so if you guys...
We already have that capability.
Yeah, so we're going to have guests, and we've got a lot of old friends that we can't wait to have back on, because their stories are amazing. And condolences and say our prayers. We lost a really good friend, Mike, Naked Bigfoot, and we were hoping we could get this done before anything happened, and we didn't, and we feel bad about that. But check out the information that we'll post about Mike.
Yes, find Mike the Naked Bigfoot's YouTube channel, and just
enjoy.
You'll do this.
Enjoy. It's incredible.
It's awesome.
So, and also about the Truth About Beer, if you want to go back and look at our episodes of our investigations and all of our shows that we did before, and they're really, really fun. So we hope to continue that here in Texas, since Joey and I have unfortunately left Arizona, and we miss Keith and Lindsay, and we miss our whole crowd back on Lenny. Everyone. We miss everybody back from Ghost Adventure, Arizona.
AZ Piers.
AZ Piers.
It's easier to say AZ Piers.
Yeah, we miss everybody, and we hope to hook up with them again. So,
yeah. So you did cover that, but funny thing was, as we had mentioned to Tim and Allison, that we were thinking about moving to Texas, probably the middle of last year, somewhere in there,
right before October, July.
It was somewhere in there. I think we told you that, and then all of a sudden they dropped a bomb on us and said, "Hey, we're moving to Texas," and so they beat us here by 4 months.
Yeah,
they got here in December of 2021.
Well, and we came in Allison came in October to scope it out, and then we ended up moving here in December on Christmas.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
And then they were here a few months later. And it's funny because the place where they moved to and the place where we've moved to, we're like 45, 50 minutes away.
Yeah,
from
I
each
mean,
other.
in Texas, it's huge,
Crazy.
as you know.
Texas
So,
is really, really big, and we're like that far away from each other. So that gave us the opportunity to start this up again, and we really look forward to doing this stuff. Can't wait to do the investigations, and
we're addicted to this kind of stuff. So
yeah,
we had to have an outlet,
and I'm retired, so
and I'm close,
and he's close, but it's going to be a good time.
especially after
How many
I
people we have watching?
Right now we got 7.
All right. That's awesome.
So, yes, welcome everybody.
Is Joe with us yet?
I'm here.
Joe Mack.
Oh.
We'll have to fix this where we can.
I have to
see
wear
everything.
glasses.
I'm going to have to wear glasses.
That's the problem. I thought, well, that's a nice big screen, but it still doesn't help when you can't.
Professional paranormal research. Yeah,
Hello.
We're gonna fix all this, but hey, welcome.
Yeah, where are y'all from?
Yeah, let us know where you're from and what your interests are as far as the paranormal and ghost and UFOs and stuff like that. Hi, Lisa.
Well, see, you're doing better at reading up there. I have to look at my phone. They're in Kentucky.
Oh, wonderful.
Not too far.
I've been to the Hollers. A lot of people don't know about the Hollers.
A lot closer than when we lived in Arizona, anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to go to Kentucky.
Kentucky's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My dad did a funeral in the Hollers, and it was way back in where normal people aren't allowed to go. And it was interesting, very interesting. But I love Kentucky.
Well, we'll have to get them on as guests. If they would like to, would you like to do that? We'd
Yeah.
like to get to know you better. Hear about some of your investigations in Kentucky and
Yeah.
some awesome spots.
Road trip.
Absolutely. This alien just hit me in the head. Oh, it's his hand.
Oh, okay.
Man. It's a nice nebula you got going there, Tim.
Thank you, man. My daughter bought that for me for Christmas.
Yeah. Wow.
These are my buddies.
Yeah, no, when we were here getting you guys prepared to move and we loaded up your storage unit, I remember this guy that's over my shoulder right here. We had him sticking up above the storage unit. So he was peering out. Remember that?
Yeah. We were hoping when people moved in next door, they would open the door.
And there was an alien looking over at him.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
So I got one question. Somebody just asked me, how do you go live? Well, you just go to the Papa Joey's Adventures and click on the Out There episode.
That would be awesome. So they're tour guides for paranormal tour guide there in Kentucky at Civil War site. If I can read at Fort Duffield in West Point, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool to go there.
God, I wish I could read this.
Yeah, they'd be interested in doing that. That would be fun.
This is awesome. Party on. Thanks, man. Party on. We'll start drinking here in a minute. Get really, really crazy.
Oh, I'm just about done with this one.
All right. So we'll tell you about a couple of investigations we've done and ones we plan on doing. But we've experimented with, we said, hey, man, let's go look for Bigfoot. And so Joey made a parabolic dish, and it's crazy. I think you got it at what, Walmart or Target or?
Yeah, the dish came from Walmart, and the condenser mics we used on it came from Amazon. So it cost us a whole $25, I think, to build it.
$17 plus tax. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So we
really
were
good.
going to go look for Bigfoot, and this was right when COVID hit. And so we headed up north in Arizona. We were headed up to the Mogollon Rim, and we got halfway up there, and it's like was that when people were running for the hills and it was crowded, or is?
Well, there was one
there's
weekend.
so many people.
Well,
up
they had
there.
the lockdown
Right.
that lasted for a couple months or a month or so, whatever the original one.
Then they let everybody go.
Yeah, then let everybody go for a weekend.
So we went up to try to find Bigfoot for this weekend, and everybody in Phoenix was north, so we knew that wasn't going to happen because Bigfoot's not going to stick around in that. So we made a little side trip and went to, oh man, I can't remember the name. We went to a little place just north of
Fossil Creek.
Fossil Creek, and we went out and just set up the parabolic dish just to experiment, to see what we could do. And as we were there, we walked down this long road, and we had our equipment. We have a lot of ghost hunting equipment. We have EMF. We have.
We got all the normal stuff.
We got equipment. So we were walking down the road thinking, well, we'll just see what's going on. And all of a sudden we started getting, help me, I was murdered, and I'm, and we're like, what the hell?
Was that the canyon fossil?
Yeah,
Creek?
yeah.
Was that?
There's a canyon, big old drop off.
Yeah, well, it's a dirt road that comes around a nice sharp corner, and you can see where if you were driving at night or in a storm or something, it'd be so easy to fly off. And it was a good 150 foot drop down into the canyon. And how many cars did we count down there?
I don't remember. 4
and they were all old cars.
Real old. But we started getting these, like, help me, and I was, can't remember all the different things we're getting. We're like, how are we picking all this up? So we looked over and saw the cars, and we're like, oh my God, those people are talking to us. And we started asking them questions like, how did you die and what happened? And they gave us names, and they told us that they were murdered, that Dad pushed them off the cliff.
Like, that was the kids, huh?
Yeah, the kids were saying our dad killed our mom. They were telling us a lot of stuff, and then he pushed them over the cliff. And we were going to go back and start doing some like research, like county records and all, to find out exactly what the stories were and everything. But it was so incredible. We had such a good time. We forgot all about Bigfoot because he wouldn't have been there anyway. And then right after that, we went over to a Indian / what's that?
Yeah, I got to say hi to Joe Mack.
Hey, Joe. Love you, man.
He's a cool dude, man. If it's the same Joe Mack I know, he lives in...
yeah, we'll smoke a little doobie later on in the next few shows. We're trying this
Joe's
out
down
right
in
now.
Austin, I believe.
Joe's in Phoenix. Or is he in Austin? He's on overnight. He flies all...
Well, he was in Phoenix, if it's the Joe Mack that I know.
No, he's in Phoenix. He's a flight attendant. I've known him since the 80s. We used to fly.
It's not the Joe I know then.
Joe.
But anyway, we're glad you joined us. And Tim knows you.
Yeah, he's my oldest friend. We've been through everything together since the 80s. But
okay,
you can read the comments.
Yeah, no, I'm reading.
Yeah, we'll smoke. We'll smoke.
Ow!
Oh,
I did
love
it
you
again.
back.
Did you hear that? No, I can only hear it in my head when I keep hitting his hand.
Oh,
it's like bang!
Stop that!
Trying to get him to stop.
So how many people we got on right now? We're going for 1,000.
8.
All right, so we're going for 1,000, and then
so we're not leaving until there's 1,000 people.
Yeah, we're not leaving. And Joy and I were talking the other day, and he's like, "You notice I shaved my neck and I shaved all that stuff." And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, one time on a podcast, we when we were with Keith and Truth About Beer, it was right before Christmas, I think, and we said we weren't going to shave. We were going to stop shaving until
500.
500 viewers.
500
subscribers.
Yeah.
And so we stopped shaving, and we got a little bushy, and then at Christmas time we had little ornaments in our beards and everything, and we finally got 500 and got to shave again. So Joey says he wants to do the same thing.
Well, I'm doing it. I mean, I've had this bald head for a while,
and he's a rock star. I'd love to see his long hair and a mullet. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'm going for the mullet.
I want to
this
go
time.
for a mullet too. My wife's not happy about it, but
We'll do it.
I think we're going to
It'll
do
be
it
fun.
until we get like what 20 subscribers.
Until 20. Man, that's gonna be a while.
No, it won't. It'll happen.
Yeah. So again, this is a trial run on this
Dress
channel.
rehearsal.
This is my personal YouTube channel we're doing this on tonight, but we do have our own for the out there that should be live tomorrow.
Yeah, 24 hours, and then we'll start posting and sharing.
And I think we do have a video we can post on there this week.
Yes.
We'll finish it up tonight.
And next week will be even better, and you wouldn't believe all the cool effects and production that we do. It's really, really good. We can't wait. Stay tuned for it. If you watch any of the other shows that we've done, you'll see what we're talking about. So, but no, we're excited. We've been talking about this for
the pressure's on Tim.
months.
A lot of that was with Keith's doing. So,
Oh, I know. If it weren't for Keith,
no, he's great.
he was amazing. We don't have that
great
kind of
production.
talent now, but we're going to try.
Oh yeah, we'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
So being a musician, I grew up playing in garage bands and stuff. And when you're playing in garage bands, you're always like, oh no, we're not good enough to go out there and play in front of anybody yet. And so I learned that the only way that you get good at performing in front of people is by performing in front of people. So you're never going to do it in the garage. So we're taking this out of the garage.
We're taking it out of the garage.
We're here in front of people. It might not be a great thing tonight, but we're having a good time.
Yeah.
And
And you know what? We
the
started.
more we do it, the better it'll get.
Everyone starts with like 4 or 5. I remember shows where we had like 4 people on. And then as people,
We've already broke the bank tonight.
as we went back and watched, the show got like hundreds of views. Like the UFO program we did, maybe that night we got like 15 or 20 people, but it ended up getting how many views?
The
UFO, the 101 that got like the most views of.
Yeah, it's over 2,000.
Yeah. So this will spread, and we want you to join us every Friday and give us your input and chat with us and talk with us, and because this is going to be a really, really crazy show. Tonight is just like
it's docile.
tonight's docile, but it's gonna get funky. So
yeah, and besides the live show, we will post regular produced videos. Like I said. So we do have one that I'm talking about. We'll try to get up on the channel this week. It was an investigation we did in Chandler at an old airplane boneyard.
Yes.
And it was very interesting.
Yeah. So we will put pictures and do stuff and give you more information about the things we have done and the stuff we're going to do. So we just been told that for some reason, and this happens a lot, when we start doing these shows, we invite the paranormal in, and we have a lot of things go wrong. We had a haunted doll, and her name was Julie from Keith and Mackenzie, and we were doing a show one night, and her dress started moving, and we started she was talking to us live on our podcast, and it kind of freaked us. As a day, you went running for the.
Well, she was talking to us through the K2, and it was actually more the K2 that I noticed when it started. Rattling
on the desk.
On the desk, that kind of freaked me out.
And then when her dress moved, he like took off.
All right, see you later.
Yeah. So if you see anything going on in around us and everything, let us know about it.
Oh yes.
We're going to invite that stuff to happen. We're used to it.
You do live in the historic.
The McKinney hysterical district.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
So
So this is a very, very, very old.
I got to finish this so I can try this other beer.
I know. Let's do that. This is a very old part of McKinney, and we live in most of the houses here are they're like Victorian, and they're very, very old. They're scary looking. So we live in a really, really old part. So we hope to have some, something going on. Something.
Something. And the only way we can have a little something going on is to have a little something.
Do you need a church key?
I do.
I got it for you. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot them out. And we'll start answering them. We're going to be here for like the next 3 hours. So.
Yeah, what time is it? Wow, we've been going for a half hour already. That's amazing.
Oh, that ain't going to work.
Oh, yeah. You need to.
There you go.
It'll still keep it cooler.
Here we go.
Oh, does it have an extension on it?
Oh, no.
It's for long necks, huh?
So I
Oh,
can't.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, now that's the Lagunitas I've had, but it was called a little
A
something.
little something. A little something, something.
A little something, something. Yeah, I do like it.
So you guys let us know where you're from, what you do, and what you would like to see. What's your interest as far as paranormal and ghost, and if you have any, if you've had any encounters or UFO sightings and stuff like that, please share with us. We'll be doing a lot of investigation and research and everything. And if you have a really good story, we'd maybe bring you on sometime and have you share your story with us.
Yeah, so reach out to the that Kentucky group.
Yeah,
Professional
absolutely.
Paranormal Research.
Yeah, let's go check them out.
That'd be cool. So it sounds like you're going to say, so tell us, who's your daddy and what does he do? I can't do an Arnold, though. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah. That.
What show is that?
Who's your daddy?
Kindergarten
song.
teacher thing, or what was that called? He was a kindergarten
Kindergarten cop?
kindergarten cop. That's what it was, yeah.
So
Who is your daddy? Okay.
Yeah, you
I
never
can't
know
do it,
what'll
never
come up here. So this little something's a little strong.
Well, it's an IPA.
It's a little bitter.
Which
But
I do like. I do like.
I knew
these.
you'd like this. But I had to do it for the name.
Yeah, I mean, can't you taste like the
I can taste
The
everything.
fruit.
I can taste the furniture. I can taste everything.
like
Turpentine.
a grapefruit type of a taste to it?
I can taste the wood, the fruit, the hickory, the barley. It's got a little taste of everything in it. It really does.
It's a 7.5
Oh, let's start drinking.
and 64
BPRs?
IBUs. Yes,
IBUs, yeah.
it's International Bitter Units.
So that's kind of, is that high?
Yeah, that's up there.
It's up there.
Oh, it's got a little bit of to it.
I'm trying to read all these things. We have to get those enlarged for our poor vision.
Just grab your phone.
So are we up to 100 yet?
9, 10.
9, 10. All right. Welcome all. Just joined us.
Now, I don't know how many people or how many of your nurses are on. So some of these
Yeah,
names
let's have all the nurses say hi. And the, what do they call it? Appetitions?
We got Koragoth the Barbarian.
Hey,
He's on there.
Koragoth.
Welcome.
Welcome.
The Shoe Leather.
Yeah, you're going to have to give us a little more information on that. And then we have, who's that?
And that's Renee.
Hi, Renee. Yeah. I want to party with you guys again real soon. That was fun.
I got a party with them a little bit on right before Christmas.
Yeah, that was a party.
Yeah.
That was a party.
It was good. It was
a good
fun.
time. And then in the future, Joey and I may even sing some songs. A lot of people liked when we sang at Christmas. Till you sang the bug song and I started crying. We'll have to do that for everyone.
That's always a downer. That one gets them every time.
Yeah.
Not a dry eye in the room.
No, I cried right there. Took me a while to get over it.
I'm still not over it.
It hurt. So let's see here. You guys communicate with us, ask us questions, because we're just going to sit here and talk about all of our experiences, unless you have questions, and get a little buzz. But the shows coming up will be fun. I mean, there's times where our shows were supposed to be an hour and they lasted like 3 hours. And there are times where we were laughing so hard, ribs were killing us. And we've had some deep, deep conversations with a lot of people all over the world, Sweden and Europe and all over. And we met a lot of friends, and we hope to get you guys back.
Do you remember Glam Bunny?
Yeah.
She was from Ireland.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So she would get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
No, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning for her.
Yeah, and she'd do it like every week.
She'd hop on, say hi. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, for a little while. Do you believe in the Greys? Oh, man, we're going to blow your world. Yeah. Yeah. The grays, the greens, the blues, the oranges, the purples.
Oh, that just went off. That's what it was. It threw me because I'm watching us on delay up there, and the lights were still on. And then
sit in the chair.
I'm starting to slur my language. That's normal, though.
Yeah. Yes, we believe in grace, and
the universe is moving.
If you want to check out The Truth About Beer and look at my show, episode 101, that's about my experience I had on an airplane, Cactus 564. You can also go to my alien paranormal Facebook channel, and we'll be posting all of these on our new website and our new Facebook and all that stuff. But yeah, we have a lot of information. We've talked about grays, and I believe in all of them, and
blues and
all of them,
reptilians.
Yeah. So, has anybody here seen an alien or a gray? If you've seen or had an encounter, let us know. We'd be glad to talk to you about that. And I'm trying to.
Are the good the grays? Are the grays good?
Okay, it's complicated. It's complexicated. This is a word that we came up with because it's complex and it's complicated, so we say it's complexicated. The initial experience, the initial encounters with the grays and Earth and the humans were not good. Not good at all. It was very volatile, they were abducting people. And so when I was a kid, and I think most of you, if you're around my age, you'll remember when you went to breakfast, you would have a milk carton with a missing child on it. And that was very, very common. Every day there was a different picture of a different child missing. So back in the day, the grays were abducting people. And so since then, long story short, we can do many shows on this to educate you guys about how this has come about. But they were eventually told to stop. And so that's why you don't find missing children on milk cartons anymore. You get a missing child alert now, and the whole nation knows about it. And it's like everybody knows. So they were told to stop. And then they went to cattle mutilations and cattle abduction, and they started doing other things. So in the beginning, the grays weren't that good. My personal belief is that we do communicate with them, and we have a treaty and we have policies, and so they're not allowed to do what they used to do. But there could be good ones, but I know there's bad ones. But we may have sort of an alliance with some of them, a part of them. But we have greens and blues and grays, and there's people that are helping us now, and there are people that are still not adhering to our policies and are still abducting people like people I've met, like Travis Walton. That was a gray abduction. That was a very volatile and scary experience for him. So, but that hadn't happened in a while, and
At least that we know of.
that we know of. But yeah, grays in the beginning, grays were not very very nice, and I don't know. We just don't know at this point. Nobody really knows. I know they've given us a ton of technology.
See, and there's that theory that I've heard that they're actually from our future.
Yeah, and they come here through portals and time travel, and they come back to change things so that we don't screw up, or you know how you come back and you like it's like
You can't mess with the time or the
time space continuum.
yeah, the time space continuum.
It's like on Family Guy when Stewie and
Yeah.
they go back and they have to be careful about what they touch because they don't want to like screw up anything for the future. But yeah, that all happens. And I've met many people and heard many stories about all of that stuff. So I do. What about Antarctica?
Oh,
Okay.
I believe so.
In Antarctica, there's underground bases still there, and the ice is thawing right now. And as the ice is thawing, they've got satellite pictures that are coming in, and they're discovering a whole bunch of really cool stuff. But yeah, the Antarctica, I think the Germans got in on that in the very beginning, where they discovered the aliens in the underground parts of Antarctica, and then the Americans came in and they were kind of like held off on it. But yeah. Antarctica is full of underground bases, and it's the future is going to be really exciting about Antarctica. People are there's going to be a day of revelation, where it lands on the White House lawn and everyone's going to go, oh yeah, we knew it.
Full disclosure.
30 years ago, you couldn't do that, but I think we're getting, since we're getting used to it. They've been giving us so much information that we're getting desensitized.
Exactly.
So that when it does finally happen, not too many people are going to
be like, oh, really?
Yeah, they're not going to find that really shocking. And that day is coming. And I hope I'm alive when that day happens. Yeah. And I kind of hope, I don't know, it's going to be kind of hit and miss, kind of scary, kind of.
I think it's a lot sooner than not.
Yeah. Well,
it's going to happen.
If you watch shows like Skinwalker Ranch, incredible. There's a lot of stuff that's happening that we're starting to discover, and we're starting to realize, and we're starting to acknowledge to the public, and people are starting to believe in all of this stuff now. And like 20, 30 years ago, I didn't want to talk about this stuff because people said like it would cause panic and torture, and we'd lose control of government as we know it and everything like that. And it's like War of the Worlds with H.G. Wells. People they're too afraid of it. But I believe in my lifetime, we are going to have the awakening and the encounter and the exposure and the answers that we've been looking for. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how it's going to change the world. I know that, but how it's going to change, who knows?
It'll change big.
I want to be here for that.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, I still think that full disclosure will not sit well with the majority.
All right, let me read this one. Are there any serial killers?
Let me do this.
That have paranormal or extraterrestrial ties? Yeah. There's time travel. There's portals. There's stuff like that. See, we could do a whole show on that. and there are people that have stories that will, give you their experiences and everything. So I don't put anything. I don't doubt anything. Jack the Ripper, yeah, yeah. The, that could still happen. I mean, have you seen the videos where people just all of a sudden appear? Like they came through a portal and just appear.
Which looks like a ripple in the matrix of some
Right.
sort.
Or when
A glitch.
or when a guy's walking across the street and a car's about to hit him and there's a flash and
And he's sitting on the curb.
then he's sitting on the curb and then somebody runs away. So there's other dimensions. There's other stuff like that, and I wouldn't doubt those people being able to come back and do stuff like that. But I don't know, man.
Huh.
All I know is what I've experienced and the UFO and encounters and the stories I've heard from people that, I mean, I know they're not making this stuff up. I've interviewed many people that the stories are just incredible. So I can't explain them, but it used to be, when we were kids, children have a lot of these experiences, and we were all told, hey, it's your imagination. It's your imagination. It's your imagination. I don't think there's such thing as an imagination. I think that we encounter these things and we're not educated to the realms and dimensions that are here on the planet. And so we explain it away as to imagination.
Mm-hmm.
But many children will sit and talk to people. I mean, there's so many stories now that social media and technology has opened up the door to all of these stories. I mean, it's overwhelming. There's no way to deny it now. So, but I look forward to the future of the people giving these encounters and talking about them. It used to be like a taboo. You didn't talk about it. It was witchcraft. It was
Voodoo.
Yeah, it was bad, but that's starting to change.
And voodoo isn't bad. No, I've learned about voodoo.
Oh yeah,
I mean, for
the
Mike
voodoo you do?
Well, for Mike the Naked Bigfoot, I learned a lot about
that's
voodoo
right.
from
That's
him
right.
and learned to really respect it.
Yes, you have to, because it can be dangerous. It can be
Well, any power in the right hands, or the wrong hands, I should say, is dangerous.
yeah. And then if you start messing with it, then it gets to a whole different, like Ouija boards and stuff.
Your skin looks really good there, Tim.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
your complexion looks
Thank you. That
really
feels great.
really smooth and nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing this every Friday.
Wow. Do you have Caitlin's card on you?
I'll get that information to you.
All right.
Well, just come on down and do it, man. I'll hook you up. But contact Restore Wellness, Richardson. Tell them I sent you. They'll hook you up.
Excellent.
But thank you for noticing, man.
Wow. Just a commercial break, real quick. Even though we don't get paid for that. Yeah. See, Renee recognized that I gave you a shout out.
All right. Let's read some more of our chats here.
Well, I'm going to have to talk to my wife, because she just said that she heard something along the lines about Jack the Ripper being an alien. Is that what you're saying?
Who knows, man? I mean, Dracula, Vlad the Third.
See, that's a whole new, or whole nother
yeah,
story that we can get into.
Yeah.
Which we will.
Yeah, we will. We've got really good stories about Dracula. But yeah, they could be. They may appear every 100 years and mess around with us, and then leave us again because there was no official Jack the Ripper ever in custody or captured, as far as I know.
Crazy.
So, it's those people like, who's the Benny guy that jumped out of the airplane?
D.B. Cooper?
D.B. Cooper. I mean, there's a lot of people in history that have disappeared, like the Hoffa, and who knows, man. I believe there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens and comes and goes, and we don't have answers for.
Even Hitler.
Yeah. Because he had, like, the Von Braun.
Werner von
Braun.
Braun.
The information those guys had, they were like, we took like 15,000 scientists from Germany and brought them over here to America after the fall of Germany. And that's how we've been able to do everything we've done. But
you think if the war ended a month later, or if it didn't end, well, I mean, it had to end, but even if it went another month, would the world be totally different today?
Yeah.
With the technology they were playing with? With the
But not
Nazis
because
were
of
playing
our
with.
doing.
No, I mean, what the Nazis were playing with. If
Right,
the Nazis had
right.
more time
They had the bell.
to do what they were doing.
They were up to no good. And I think that was an intervention from up above.
From the Anunnaki? No.
The ones from who heaven
Yes,
came.
right.
The watchers, the seers. Let's see here. Nazis. Can you read that?
Yeah. Well, just for sure. Yeah. Said Nazis and alien for sure. Because
Yeah.
they had that technology.
I believe they were hybrids. They came down here and they screwed with the population. And they lost. They lost. Just like
Well, they picked the wrong team. That's what they did.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course, what would the Americans done with that technology?
Destroyed ourselves. Shot ourselves in the foot. But, I mean, you just don't get that. You don't wake up one day and invent a V2 rocket. You just don't do that. This guy had to know how fast you had to go to exit the orbit. He had to know. There were so many things he had to know about space. And there's just no way he could have known about that. So that was technology that was given to us, and we got too careless with it, and it was put to a stop. Did get us on the moon, we think. How many people believe we landed on the moon? That right now it's a fun story to talk about. If you Google Neil Armstrong, if you Google the picture of his suit in the Smithsonian, I've been to the Smithsonian and I've seen Dorothy slippers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they've got his suit, right? It's laying on
His
the
super
table.
suit?
Yeah, and if you look at the feet, the footprint on the tread on the bottom, it's nothing like what. Remember the picture of the first.
It's because he put on his rubbers and his galoshes before he walked out. He didn't know what he was stepping into. He wanted to keep those that expensive spacesuit. Really nice and fresh. So
yeah, so, and I've always laughed at people that said we didn't land on the moon, but gosh, with all the new information that's coming out and all the deathbed confessions.
Yeah. Well, to take it another step further, I mean, how many of you believe that we're not the only ones that have landed on the moon?
Well, if you believe the pictures they've airbrushed and edited out, we know there's other people on the moon. Tons of other people on the moon, especially the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, I mean with Artemis that just went, and supposedly those really high def pictures that it took of the moon, they're too washed out to see any definition of the moon.
Yeah,
at least the ones that I've seen.
Yeah, that's a whole. Well, we can do a podcast on that one time with the hollow moon.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
I like the hollow moon theory.
Can you read that last one there?
I'm going to pull it up here.
All right, hold on. We'll pull up here.
Of course, it takes 20 seconds for it to
Yeah,
show
we're
up on
in a
that
delay.
screen. Y'all think they're building a moon base?
Oh, it's already there.
Yeah.
It's already there.
Make it look fake to hide it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all right. So I believe the moon is a structure that was brought and put here to observe the Earth from the aliens, and it's hollow. In fact, they crashed a rocket thing into the moon,
I had to make that noise.
and it rang like a bell for like 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, and if you'll notice, they have a whole lot of people that are doing information on this. Any crater on the moon is not more than 120 feet. So they believe that the outer casing is just the casing, and the inside is a whole mothership. And on the dark side, there's bases and if you watch these, so
No, the front side's just a facade, right?
yeah,
The back side,
the man just watching over us. But there is no other moon that we have found around an exoplanet that is doing the same thing as what our moon does, and we find that very interesting. And I don't know, but if you watch, I'm signed up with a whole bunch of people that videotape the moon. They go out there and they zoom in and everything. There's a lot of stuff going on with the moon. There's ships that are flying around. There's stuff that nobody can explain. So I know there's something going on there. It's just a matter of when they're going to let us know. Do you know what we're doing a trip right now to the moon? It took off like a month ago or so.
That was the Artemis one, right?
Is that
Artemis
it?
one?
And it'll be there in like another month or two.
Oh, I thought that one
There's
just
something
came
on
back.
the way.
Oh,
No,
I
there's
missed
something
that
on
one.
the way.
Did Elon send one?
Maybe. Who knows?
Because that was the NASA one that they just sent all those pictures back from. But
Yeah, we'll be on the moon again, but if you watch programs with like Neil Armstrong and all the hidden secret footage where they don't air on Fox News or CNN, there's some interesting stuff
there
they
really
talk
is.
about. Man,
Yeah.
they had a blackout. They had a different channel
well,
where
they saw things.
and the ham radio guys on the ground were hearing the stuff that nobody else heard. I mean, and of course it wasn't recorded, but they saw things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they experienced wild things, and they were all hushed. If you look at one of the when they got back and they had a press conference, all those astronauts up there were just like stunned. They couldn't even speak. They're like deer in the headlight. They were like scared to death. And if they were, I mean, if you look at it, they looked like they had just, I mean, been through hell. And their eyes, and they couldn't even speak, and they're like, yeah, it was there's some shows on there on Ancient Aliens. They'll go back and they'll show you the
Love
close-ups.
that show.
Yeah, Ancient Aliens. Who likes that?
Yeah, I do. Well, we've been almost an hour now.
Where are you going?
Huh? Well, we've got some production work to do.
Okay.
So, I mean, this was a really good test.
Y'all think, what's that last one?
That was the same one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, about the moon.
All right.
Building a facade, building something to look like a moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys, we're so excited you joined us, and tell your friends and share. And
Yes, and when we come back next week, we'll be on our new channel.
yeah,
So I'll post something on my channel, this one that you're watching tonight, so that you know where to go. And we will post an episode on the new channel
yeah, we'll put episodes on there
to kick it off.
Yeah.
And then we'll do well, I know what you do. So next Friday, we'll do a premiere of
Out there.
and we'll do our video of the Gila River Memorial
Boneyard.
Airport. Yeah, which is now a boneyard.
Yeah, we went and looked at some old war airplanes and went on board and got up in them and started talking to them, and we had some really, really, really cool stuff happen out there. So that was interesting.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that for next week.
Yeah. But again, thanks everybody. We appreciate it. And be sure and share and subscribe, and we'll give you the information about the new podcast.
You're welcome to subscribe to my channel. I'm
you can watch this. He's got a lot of fun stuff to watch.
But yeah, we'll get the new one out, and then we'll hope that you and all your buddies, friends and family, and
join us every Friday, man.
Yeah. So until next Friday.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much. And this has been Out There with Papa Joey and Uncle Tim.
All right. We love you guys.
Love you.
We'll talk to you next Friday.
This is going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to hit this.
Your alien moved.
He did? Oh, I don't want you to miss that.
So long, guys.
See ya. Oh. It's still not ending. There we go. One more.